Oh, yeah, it happened again. Look at this shit. All day today, snow. Started when I came into work, and now we have like 3 inches of snow. It's fantastic. And it's still on schedule pretty much. I was saying to someone the other day, like every 6 days we have this cycle of snow, and then warm, and then like Thursday's supposed to be 17, and then it's supposed to be -3. God damn. Change of seasons. Fantastic. I can't complain, you know. It is what it is. At least it's just snow falling out of our skies over here. It could be worse. Could be the weather in the far European areas. Wow. A lot of stuff going on over there. I don't even know what to make of it, to be honest. And I don't want to comment too much. It just feels like there's so much to unpack. Like with all of our issues, you know, with like politics and regulation and business and economics and money and taxes and God, what the hell is it all about? You know, does anybody have all of the facts? I doubt it. You know, we have some of the facts. We have some of the political side. We have the media side. We have what they show us. But, you know, how many companies and corporations don't do the taxes properly? How many of them have like offshore accounts so that they're not counted fairly? And speaking of taxes, how do you feel getting taxed when you buy stuff and taxed when you work? So here we get taxed by our federal level, we get taxed by our provincial level, and we pay taxes on everything we buy. And then at the end of the year, sometimes they take even more tax because of whatever the fuck. All of the working people in the country have this issue. What are the businesses doing? Why is it that businesses can get away with it? What is it? What's so important or different about the business level that they get fucking exempt and we don't do anything? I don't get it. So anyways, it's a snow day. Yeah. I got hired with this on. Literally, I wore pretty much everything I have on to my interview and got hired looking like this. I'm actually really thrilled to say that that's the case, because now that I've seen more information about the company that hired me, it seems like they're very progressive and liberal, sort of. I mean, almost like ironically progressive. I'm gonna have to register as a nonverbal autistic kid or male, nonverbal Asperger's male, because just to get away with not talking to anybody at my new job. Just like, nah. I'm gonna register as non-binary, so they can't call me male or female. They can't call me he or she. And I'm gonna register as nonverbal autism, so nobody can expect an answer from me. Oh, what are they gonna do? What are they gonna do? Ask for a psych evaluation to prove my status? I mean, what do we do now? If all of that stuff is all about like identity politics, and it is whatever you feel, and whatever we feel is a new measure, then all of a sudden there is no standards, there are no regulations, there are no proofs or facts. It's whatever I tell you, and if you don't accept whatever I tell you, then you're breaking my rule. And you could just make up the rules, which means there are no rules. Sounds a lot better than knowing that people are breaking the fucking rules based on whatever's written down. You know that they're not following the rules. Come on. Goes back to politics and the money and offshore accounts. Like, for real, we know that that's a thing, and we know that it's mostly illegal. It still happens. So what's the point of having a fucking rule? Just make it legal. But they get upset if you do it. Oh, it's not for you. This is for us. This is our private little island. Yeah, we know. We know. We know what kind of an island you guys visit and why it's not for us. Whew. Almost got hit by a truck. Trying to avoid another truck. What the truck? What the truck? Anyways, so on this rather random snow day, I'm posting to one page today, and I hope, well, this one will go up at almost the same time I go live on my other one, because I'm going to do an audio live later and talk about like the depth and like the, I don't know, I don't know what to call it. It's sort of like it's my typical sort of head case, deep thought about sounds. So, okay, let me talk about food on this one. We'll change it up. If I say pizza's awesome, you say, yes, pizza's awesome. Are we talking about the same pizza? You see where I'm going with this, all my fans? Right? Just let it sink in, apply it to something else. Change pizza for something else. Change pizza for like a speaker model. Say the Sony CS, whatever the fuck it's called, 69. Their speaker's awesome. And somebody else goes, no, it's not. What is the difference? They say pizza's awesome, and then someone else says, yes, pizza's awesome. They didn't have the same pizza, but they agree it's awesome. What makes them different? Unless you're eating the same slice of pizza, agreeing on it means nothing. And even if you disagree, it still means nothing. You don't have each other's tongues. Well, at least I hope not. Even if you have like a twin sister or brother and you both disagree. Pizza's awesome. No, it's not. Apple pie, blueberry pie, pizza pie. See, my point in saying that is our unique human perceptual, like sensory perceptions, are very individualized. We have our own set, and we can, not technically, but casually, we can casually agree that when we see something that is blue, that it's blue. You only know that it's blue because someone taught you that it's blue, right? Like, think about that. If you were colorblind from birth, but you had a different orientation of it, and someone pointed at something and said blue, you would, no matter what it looked like to your brain, you would associate that shade, color, whatever it is, as blue by habit. It doesn't mean it's blue. Well, I mean, it doesn't mean that you're seeing at what other people see. We just agree on it based on habitual learning. Okay? So when it comes to food, some people really like spicy food. Even pepperoni sometimes can be spicy for some people, because it depends on a lot of things about both their background, their genetics, their upbringing, their, like, there's so many factors that go into like what we like and don't like. And I don't know if, do foodies shit on each, I mean, I don't mean literally, but that's do foodies shit on each other? Oh my God, that's so bad talking about food. Do foodie people that like really are into trying different foods, do they get on did they harass each other about things that they like and don't like as in terms of food? Like, oh, spaghetti's the best. No, I like vermicelli. No, I like linguine. They're like, what the fuck? Is it like, no, Harvey's burgers, no, Wendy's burgers, no, Burger King burgers, no. Like, is that a debate? Does anybody really give a shit? Like, 4 patties, no, 5 patties. Like, is it, I don't know. Do like cheddar cheese lovers shit on Swiss cheese lovers, is that a thing? You're like, nah, you don't know what you're talking about. Swiss cheese is the best. No, cheddar's the best. Like, is that, shampoo is better? Is that a thing? Or is it just people in audio? I don't know. I don't know what it is. But because somebody described the science to you and there's numbers, because there's numbers and scientific data attached to it, all of a sudden you get to personally evaluate it. Oh, you're wrong. No, that doesn't work like that. I don't think it works like that. So anyways, I'm gonna go live later on and talk about the perception of sound and how we actually hear what's going on in our brains, and why audio and sound, it can be such a subjective, it is essentially a subjective thing, but just like the color blue, we can be taught and trained to think about it and hear certain things so that we can agree and talk about it in sort of a meaningful way. I mean, you kind of have to have some common ground for any kind of comparison to say, hey, this sounds good, this doesn't sound good. You need to have some sort of measure, and if it can't be measured, there's no real meaning in what you're saying. So that's what I wanted to talk about in the video. So hopefully you guys can join me later. I'm gonna get snowed on here for a while. That looks like my bus too, so I'm out. Yeah.